Okay, so today we're diving into a story that's really got people talking. And honestly, it's a tough one. We're talking about El Tiger.
Yeah, El Tiger, big in the Miami music scene. And the news that's breaking right now is, well, it's got everyone on edge.
It really does. And, we're getting all this info from Spanish language news sources, trying to put the pieces together.
It's a developing situation, for sure.
Definitely. And for those who might not know, we're talking about El Tiger, the Cuban reggaeton artist.
Huge name.
Huge. And that's what makes this whole thing even more shocking. Imagine you're at the top of your game, music's blasting, fans everywhere, and then just like that.
Gone.
It's a lot to take in.
Yeah.
And just so we're clear, El Tiger's real name is Jose Manuel Carvajal Zaldivar. And to be clear, he's not just some small-time artist.
Oh, no, not at all. This is a major player in Latin music, especially in Miami. Over 1 million followers on Instagram alone.
Exactly. So here's the rundown, all right? Thursday morning, early, October 3rd, 2024, police find El Tiger.
In a black Mercedes SUV.
Right, a black Mercedes SUV.
Near NW 17th Street and 10th Avenue.
And he's not doing well. He'd been shot, gunshot wound to the head.
Critical condition from the moment they got to him.
Just awful. Rushed to Ryder Trauma Center at Jackson Memorial.
And here's the thing. He was found in the driver's seat.
Which obviously raises a lot of questions.
A lot of questions.
And the police aren't saying much yet.
Miami Police Chief Manuel Morales, he's leading the investigation. They're saying they're looking at attempted murder for sure.
But they're not, ruling other things out. They mentioned the possibility of a self-inflicted wound, though that's not their main theory, it seems.
Right. They're not ruling anything out just yet. They really want anyone with information to come forward.
Anything at all. Even if you think it's small, it could be what cracks the case wide open.
Exactly. They even gave out the tip line numbers. You can reach the Miami Police directly at 305-579-6111.
And if you want to stay anonymous, which, hey, I get it, you can call Crime Stoppers. That number's 305-471-8477.
Every little bit helps.
Absolutely. Now, here's something I found a little strange.
Yeah, tell me.
They already know who owns the Mercedes SUV.
Oh.
But they're not releasing the name.
Interesting.
That makes you wonder why, right?
Well, they probably have their reasons. Could be they don't want to tip anyone off, scare anyone involved.
Yeah, it could compromise the whole investigation.
Exactly.
It's a delicate balance, keeping the public informed while also making sure you don't mess with an active case.
For sure.
And this isn't just, another celebrity news story. This has really hit the Latin music scene hard.
It has.
Yeah.
The outpouring of support has been incredible, though. Hundreds of people, they gathered outside Jackson Memorial for a vigil, praying for El Tiger.
Really? Wow.
It was really something. And it wasn't just fans.
Yeah.
No. Other musicians, especially from the raggamorpha genre, sometimes called reparto, they were there too.
Yeah, I've heard of that.
Showing their support, a tight-knit community.
That's really something.
Yeah.
They were even singing his songs, weren't they? It really shows you the power of music, even in the face of something so awful.
Yeah, absolutely. And you can really feel it, in how everyone's reacting, his friends, the other artists. It's just this wave of worry and hope, all mixed together. A lot of waiting and seeing right now.
It reminds you that, especially in the music world, things can change so fast. 1 minute you're on top and the next.
It can be a roller coaster, that's for sure.
It really can. But I think it's worth talking about what makes El Tiger's music so unique. You mentioned raggamorpha earlier, and I don't think a lot of people are familiar with that sound. It's not your typical reggaeton, right?
Right. It's got this rawness to it, a grittiness.
Yeah.
It comes from the streets of Havana. And El Taiger, he embodies that.
He does. He really does.
It's not just music, It's a reflection of life, real life.
And he wasn't afraid to go there in his lyrics either. I mean, he talks about social issues, everyday struggles, things people connect with on a deeper level.
Exactly. He wasn't just making party anthems. He was making you think, making you feel. And I think that's what makes this whole situation even more difficult.
It's almost like, I don't know, like a voice is being silenced.
Yeah, it feels that way, doesn't it? And until he's back on his feet, it's like, well, there's this void.
Definitely. And it makes you wonder, what even happened? I mean, was this random, just a terrible case of wrong place, wrong time, or was it intentional?
It's the big question, isn't it? Right now, it's all speculation. The police haven't said much, just that they're looking at all possibilities, But
without more information, it's hard not to jump to conclusions.
Oh, for sure. Everyone's got their theories.
Yeah.
But really, I think this whole thing, it's got the Latin music community holding its breath. It's like this weight is hanging over everyone.
You can feel it.
You can feel it.
And it makes you think about the dangers artists face sometimes just doing their thing.
Absolutely. The risks are real.
And it's not just physical safety either, right? I mean, the mental pressure, the constant spotlight, that's got to take a toll. It really makes you think, about how fragile things are. For any of us, really.
Yeah, no one's invincible. It's a tough lesson.
It is. And it makes you wonder, what can we do? I mean, how do we even begin to make things safer for artists, both physically and mentally?
It's a big question. And honestly, I don't know if there's an easy answer, but it's a conversation we need to have.
Absolutely. Especially within the music industry. But I guess for now, all we can do is, well, wait and hope and see what the investigation turns out.
I think that's all we can do, really. Just hope for the best. Taiger, he's a fighter, that's for sure. He's proven that time and time again.
He has. And you see it in how people are responding to this. The vigil, all the messages, the support. It's amazing.
Yeah, it really is something. It shows you how many lives he's touched.
Mm.
And now, well, they're returning the favor.
It's really beautiful in a way. It reminds you of the power music has, doesn't it? To bring people together, to help them heal. It gives you hope.
It does. And on that note, I think we've covered a lot today. It's a tough situation, and we may not have all the answers, but,
Yeah.
well, it definitely makes you think.
It does. It makes you want to appreciate the people in your life,
Yeah.
and never take anything for granted.
Absolutely.
And to remember that even when things are dark, there's always that light, that hope, and that's worth holding on to. So while we wait for more news about Taiger, let's keep sending those positive vibes his way. And let's keep talking about how we can make the music world, and the world in general, a safer, more supportive place for everyone.